So there's a 3-part series that came out on Fogle called like Jared catching something.
Yeah, it's like Jared from Subway catching a monster.
And which, by the way, actually, can we play the audio of Jared Fogle from To Catch a Predator, where he's commenting on the arrests of people?
Get on the ground! Get down!
These guys continue to fall for it every single time. There must be like 100 million episodes of the show, and these guys still come out.
But it's interesting because if you watch it, you might take away that this was what got Fogle arrested, right? That like the radio host that he got involved with in Florida is what got him arrested. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, they basically framed the whole thing around her relationship with him, which we should talk about.
Yeah. So in 2006, Jared met a Floridian radio host.
Floridian
named Rochelle Herman Walrond.
Sorry.
You don't like that? RHW, you want me to call her? Rochelle Herman Walrond.
Walrond. That's real hard for me.
Walrond. You don't like Walrond? Well, anyways, he appears on her radio show to promote his weight loss shit, but really just to promote Subway. This is in 2006. Rochelle was apparently sort of a well-known regional figure from her show, and I gotta say, the interviews, it's a very much like a TV true crime series.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Dateline style.
like
whatever.
I would say a little tackier than Dateline, even.
Okay.
But like very daytime TV, like something you'd see in a hotel room. Something that you or I would see in a hotel room. Jared Fogle may be seeing something else, but it's very true crimey, right? Mm-hmm. The interviews with both Jared Fogle's, I think one of his childhood friends, and the interviews with her coworkers are fucking sick.
Yeah.
There's a guy named Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, which is crazy.
It's crazy. And I will say, working in Florida in radio seems like it was a lot of fun.
I mean, we could do that.
We should, dude. If we had a terrestrial radio show,
I don't want.
You didn't want the gong because you thought it was too morning zoo.
I know.
But you know what would be fucking fun is morning zoo, except for waking up early. Anyway, she's got 2 kids, Thomas and Angela. And in 2006, the American Heart Association, that's important, by the way, the American Heart Association contacted her to see if she'd have Jared Fogle on her show to promote the Subway diet. Jared was apparently very flirtatious, and at a televised event afterwards at a school, she says he leaned over and said, "How hot do you think middle school girls are?"
Okay, let's stop right here.
And not, I mean like an actual pause.
Yes. What? Do you believe this?
So I'm not like casting aspersions on this woman.
Yeah.
In like I don't want it to be misread as that. You know what I mean? I think there's maybe a little. It seems like logically there would be a little more. That it beggars belief a little bit.
Yeah, I swear. You know, I as we've been doing these episodes, I've been trying to understand Jared, right? Yeah. Get in the mind, put on the pants, as it were. And
one leg at a time.
I don't think this doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't.
Why would you offer that? There has to be some context that we're missing.
So from her description, is like he was very flirtatious when he came to the radio show. I'm assuming that was reciprocated in some way.
Sure.
And
but
then
you
the
obviously
next day,
don't want to say that because
you don't want to say that, right? And also he's kind of ugly, just to begin with. So you don't want to even seem like you would get your foot in that door.
Yeah.
And a pedophile. But like they're sitting with each other at the school, and he asks, "Can I hold your hand?" Which is also crazy as like
as a move.
I'm wondering if something happened between then, like maybe some kind of flirtatious or romantic experience between them happened in the time between the radio show and the next day. I mean, it would just
make more sense.
It would because
here's what I'll say.
Yeah,
I find it very difficult to believe that he, even as the convicted pedophile that he is,
very convicted,
which
very
I have
pedophile.
I mean, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
But I don't think that he just leaned over and said, "How hot do you think middle school girls are?"
Yeah, and he was saying it more like a statement rather than a question. You know what I mean? It was like, how hot do you think middle school girls? It wasn't like, how hot do you think middle school girls are? Because you could ask me that question, I'll tell you this. I think they're not my business. They're ugly. Well, that sounded weird too.
Yeah, that's weird.
Fuck, how do I get out of this? I don't
You
think
go like this. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, if someone asked me that, I'd be like, sorry, Middle school girls?
Yeah, and then you say, what size are your pants?
Are you a pedophile? I think my next question would be, you're a pedophile.
Okay, anyway. Regardless of our feelings.
So right then, she says that she knew he was a motherfucking pervert and that she had to catch him, right? Again,
this is
I get the feeling there's a little more to the story than this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that she did anything wrong. I'm just saying that I think there's more to the story than this. So they meet in a hotel room. The details maybe a little hazy. I don't know what the full story there is, but he had her put her hair in pigtails,
which she points out as like that's the moment she knew he was like I was right to think he was a pervert. Which
I mean, pigtail. Yeah, I'd be like, if my friend was like,
all I'm saying is
it's hot when girls have pigtails. I'm like, you're weird.
Yeah, I think there's a lot. I think there's more.
I will say this, like hair and pigtails. I'm like, I'm the middle school girls thing. I'm like, okay, yes, I would be like, you're a pedophile.
Yeah, that's
the
a
hair and
crazy
pigtails. I'd just be like, you're what? You're weird.
Or it's just like that sounds basic and like you watch too much porn.
Yeah, that's porn. That's porn brain. Yeah.
She started recording all of their phone calls after this, and she collects an insane amount of evidence.
And she really does. I mean, this is the thing. Like, she does collect a huge. She tapes the phone calls.
Yeah,
you can hear some of them. They put them on Dr. Phil and in this.
Yeah, they're crazy. And I mean, she's like asking him good questions to be like, so have you ever done that crazy stuff with kids? She's trying to get answers out of him, and she gets him to basically like openly brag about wanting to have sex with kids.
And like it's insane. We said before that like it wasn't this that got him busted. It should have been this that got him busted. Like she gets him on the record. Well, I don't know, on the record is the right way to say it, but she gets him on tape admitting to all kinds of heinous shit, like very explicitly. And I understand, like, obviously with law, there is a very, very, very high standard for a lot of stuff. But she actually takes these tapes to the FBI.
Well, yeah, she takes the tapes to the FBI, and the FBI is like rightly like, oh, we live in a two-party consent state. You can't just fucking tape strangers or tape people saying shit and use it. Like, none of this is admissible. It cannot be used. And also, the stuff he admitted to could be construed as fantasy and not like actual like facts on the ground, which is true.
What she says, and I'm inclined to believe her, is that they basically like intimated that she had committed a felony by recording him in a two-party consent state, and that she needed to begin working for them, for the FBI, doing what she was doing.
But basically as a way to cover for the fact that she committed a felony recording someone without their consent before.
Yeah.
Whereas now if she becomes an informant, it's basically covered.
Yeah. And so for 4 years, she records these conversations.
Which is crazy.
It's fucking insane. And there's one, and they have the audio of this in the Discovery show. At one point, he asks her to put a camera in one of her children's rooms. She's got a daughter and a son. And he's like, whichever one basically you would think is hotter, put the camera in there.
Ugh, I'm going to throw up.
It's really disgusting stuff. And I can only I was saying like, yeah, like I think there's a little more to the story about how this started maybe, but like I can only imagine what this lady was like going through at this point. You know what I mean? Like to have some guy like it's just, and she seemed like she went through, she describes like going through some pretty tough times mentally doing this.
Yeah. And it's crazy because none of this actually ends up being used to get Jared. Like all of this comes out after the arrest.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing is like she basically the Sarasota FBI office basically sat on this stuff. And like, obviously like there are like the law doesn't work, maybe like people think it should, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, this guy's saying this stuff, we can go arrest him. Just if you're thinking in the most very basic sense of like, this is right, they should do this. But like, obviously they could open up he was prodigious, however you pronounce that. But the guy was going around was doing this stuff. And they probably could have caught him in the act. Oh, I bet you just can't wait to hear what happens in the episode, can you?
That's because you're fucking sick. Because something really fucking horrible
I
shit
gotta tell you,
happens.
you're not. You should maybe watch a movie or something.
But if you are truly deranged, sick in the head, and unwell, and you want to hear the rest of this,
you can sign up for a free 7-day trial at I don't know why I do the www.
I think it's cute. Wait, no. http://
Then www.
Yeah.
Then www. Wait, there's too many W's. www.patreon.com/TrueAnon
That's /
That's /TrueAnon pod.
Here's the thing. We keep plugging the free one, or you could just go sign up.
Honestly, I ship HTTP and www.
All right.
I ship them.
That's terrible.
There's a free 7-day trial. Please sign up for it. Or do it. I don't know. Whatever.
Please give us your name. Jared Fogle. Could you please give us your name? Jared Fogle. Could you please give us your name? Jared Fogle. Could you please give us your name? Jared Fogle. Your name. Your name. Jared Fogle. Jared Fogle.